It's Stellar. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad that you're here, and I really hope that this reading that we do today is going to bring some insight to you to find out who's keeping their eye on you. So who's looking at you, who's checking you out, and what might they do about it? What are their current intentions? We're going to look at that too. So with this reading, we have 4 groups. Group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. So choose which one you feel drawn to. You can choose more than one. And of course, as a reminder, this is a timeless reading, which means that you can come to it at any point in the future and also pick again, or if you come across this later, it could also have a message for you if you're drawn. Remember, use your intuition to pick the piles, or to pick your group, because that's really reliant upon you in order to get the most accurate reading for yourself. Okay, so always tune into what you're really feeling, and don't be afraid to turn down a video if you don't feel like you're drawn to any of the piles. Okay, like really, it makes sense that not every time a video is going to be for you, but it might be for you later. Okay, anyways, I want to say a big thank you to 2 different people. Stephen got me the emotional abuse workbook. Very, very interesting workbook. I love workbooks. I love books in general, but I love workbooks and journals and things like that. I didn't even have this on my wish list, so he just surprised me with something. I always love it because he always gets me something completely unexpected. This is a really good one. If you've dealt with emotional abuse, this is a really amazing workbook. I can't recommend it enough. Wow, it's just got good information in it. It's got a lot of good reflections. So yeah, definitely recommend that. And then I want to say a big thank you to Teresa, who got the Elemental Oracle, which we're using in this reading. I always write down in the description box the decks I'm using, and I always send affiliate links to Amazon if they're on Amazon. Sometimes I use decks are from Kickstarters or from Etsy, but usually if they're from Amazon, I'll have affiliate links, and I always just use it. If you click on that link, I get something out of it, something very tiny. It adds up over a few months, and then I'll buy a deck. That's usually what I do with it, so it always helps when you click on those links. But anyway, I really hope that this reading helps. I hope that it finds you well. I hope you're doing happy and healthy, and I'm sending you all beautiful, loving vibes. I'll see you in your reading. Hello my friends, if you chose group number 1 with this beautiful little butterfly, this is going to be your reading. So let's find out who's got their eye on you. Who's been keeping their eye on you? What's up? So we have Bravery here, Oceans, with the deck Teresa got me. Thank you, Teresa. Victory. The Wyvern, your secrets are safe. Queen of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. And then this is going to be the intentions, but we'll get into that in a moment. I feel a very specific message I'm just going to get out of the way, and this is going to be specific to some of you, so please, if it doesn't make sense to you, just disregard this message. I just want to get it out of the way right away. So for some of you, this could be a feminine who holds some sort of knowledge about you, and maybe perhaps you've noticed that they're kind of in your space, or you've wondered if they're kind of looking at you. Perhaps some of you are worried that they're going to release some sort of secret. I feel like for those of you that have that kind of concern in your life, your secrets are safe. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that, but there we go. Okay, there we go. So we have a person who could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Okay, they could have strong earth placements in their chart. We also have the 7 of Swords, so perhaps some Aquarius, Libra, Gemini as well. So air and earth are very prevalent here. We have also someone who's a high achiever. I do feel like this is a person who's probably very financially sound as well. This person might be sneaking around a little bit. Maybe they don't want you to know that they're kind of watching you for some reason. Now, for those of you that are younger, okay, I know that sometimes I have some younger viewers here. This might be your mother with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? It could be an auntie or something, or someone who's kind of older and maybe they're kind of secretly trying to kind of check on you, but they're not doing it out of some sort of They're not trying to do it to kind of get dirt on you. It's actually like they just want to keep in touch with you or kind of check out what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I would say also your secrets are safe. Like, they're not going to like kind of do anything about it, or they're not trying to get you in trouble, as an example. It could be an older sister for some of you as well, or a friend or something as well. We have bravery and victory. So I definitely feel like this person, like I said, is some sort of high achiever. With this imagery, I can't help but think here, when I see her kind of walking on the earth, that this person that's keeping their eye on you, they could be kind of a traveler of some kind. Maybe they've traveled around the world quite a bit, or maybe they've made one kind of drastic move in their life, whether it was a trip or, you know, a physical relocation. But I do feel like maybe a very cultured person, somebody who's kind of not a person who sits at home, not a homebody necessarily. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so of course there is some sort of focus on the home perhaps and finances, but this is maybe somebody who's ventured or maybe even tried to stand out in some way. Okay, so they might be recognized quite well as well. We also have victory, and it says, what validates you, affirms you, and establishes you? What makes you a winner? How do you become victorious? Now, for some of you, especially if you are in a position of, maybe you're in a powerful position, you have like a, you know, you've done something that's recognizable to people, like maybe maybe some of you have a YouTube channel, or you have, you know, a popular blog, or maybe a popular Instagram or something along those lines. There could be somebody, by the way, that's looking at you, trying to figure out how you've done it. What's your secret? How did you get the success? Okay, so that's another thing that I might be seeing here. So for some of you, this could just be a random person that really admires your success, but maybe they would be too shy to say so. So they're just kind of secretly watching you and wondering. Okay, that sort of thing. Okay. So yeah, I don't feel like for a lot of you this is romantic. This feels more like platonic to me as well. This could be somebody wondering if you have a secret on somebody. This could be with them wondering if you are going to bring them down with this secret, okay? Now, that's another version of this as well. So if you know that there's somebody out there that could be nervous that you would spill the beans, or as they say, on something they've done, perhaps they're wondering if their secrets are safe, if they're going to be able to kind of save face and be successful, as an example, right? Maybe you know some stuff about them and they're just anxious about it, right? So let's see, anything else about group number one's person that has their eye on them? We have assert yourself. That's very interesting because we have that ocean card that kind of feels assertive as well. So I would say that this person's I think this person, they want to clear the air with you. And it's interesting because it's like, it feels like maybe they've been avoiding you, or again, maybe you hold some kind of knowledge that they're afraid would hurt them, and maybe they're wondering if they could just clear the air. Now, what's interesting here is that we have these, the Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords. So these are their intentions. Their intentions are just to kind of nervously not do anything, essentially. So it feels like maybe this person's waiting for you to kind of take a step. I don't think this person wants to exactly assert themselves at this point. I think they want to, but they're not going to. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, they want to, but they're not going to. So they're just going to fret about this and be upset about this and worried about this. Now, for some of you, this might be as minor as they stole someone's lunch at work and you know it. You know who done it. And they're wondering if you're going to tell. But, you know, it's going to be different for everyone. But they might be kind of wondering, like, it could be that they're watching to see if you're going to reveal something or say something. So if you've had any drama with somebody, this could definitely be that person, okay? So that's quite interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get some charms really quick, and we'll see if we can get any other information out. For some of you, you might know somebody who stole something. That's a specific message to some of you. That's not going to resonate with everybody. We have give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world, Marilyn Monroe. Wow, that's okay. So that's definitely, this person wants to, I feel like for a lot of you, this person does want something to do with what you're doing, especially for those of you where that message resonates, where maybe you are somebody who's quite successful in your field. We also have love here, so I would say that this person cares about you, at least in some capacity, okay? We also have you versus you, which is interesting. Find joy in the journey. Again, this might be a person who's traveled quite a bit, or they've journeyed quite a bit in their life. They might have made big moves in their life. We also have the starfish. Let's see. I'm going to just push these over. What is this? Oh, it's Abu. Oh my God, I said that about... I wondered if for some of you, this person stole something. Like if you've caught someone stealing something, it might be someone trying to figure out if you're going to rat them out. That's so weird. Abu, he grabs that gem, in Aladdin, he grabs the treasure, and maybe this person touched something they weren't supposed to, or something like that, or did something that they weren't supposed to do, and you know it. And now they're kind of like, oh, are they going to say anything? Like, are they going to get me in trouble? You know what I mean? Like, are they going to rat out on me? I want to look at the starfish message really quick. I have this wonderful book. I would 100% recommend it. I'll show you the cover in a minute as soon as I can find starfish. Yeah, there we go. It's the Animal Spirit Guides book by Stephen D. Farmer. He's done a few decks as well, oracle decks, which are really great too. So the starfish says, keep your senses open to new opportunities that are about to appear and trust your intuition about which are the right ones to take advantage of. So that's quite interesting. For some of you, this person really wants to like find an opportunity with you, perhaps, especially if you are of they might want to collaborate with you, especially with that Abu charm as well. That could represent also somebody who feels like you have something of value and they want to kind of be a part of it. It says, in spite of what others say, do things the way you want them, even if it's unusual or different from how most people would do them. So again, for those of you that have unusual careers or unusual situations, maybe you like did a scholarship as an example and you got like this rare scholarship, or maybe some of you got like some kind of rare opportunity and this person sees it and they're kind of like, how'd they do it? You know what I mean? Or how'd they get there? Someone in your circle of friends or family is in need of your compassionate understanding. So that's quite interesting. Maybe this person deserves some sort of understanding for some of you. Now, I don't know what that might mean. I'll let you guys sit with that for a minute and, you know, decide yourself. That doesn't have to be for everyone, especially if you feel like that. We have Cancer here. So there's also some water energy here with Cancer. This also could represent somebody from your family, okay? For some of you. This could be maybe somebody from your family or from your childhood as well. Maybe like that kind of thing. Maybe also lives really close by to you. Usually Gemini is going to represent like your local neighborhood, but I think also Cancer could represent that, like maybe next door or somebody that you've lived really close to. It could be somebody you've lived with before, like a roommate or something like that as well, because it's kind of like the home. But yeah, we have some heart energy, so I do think this person cares a lot about you, especially for those of you that maybe that it's a family member. We also have maybe somebody who's going through some sort of changes as well in their life. We have a purse here, some money. You know, money could be of concern, and goods. You know, money, goods, things of value, as well. We also have this little Hello Kitty with a guitar. So it could be a person who plays guitar or likes Hello Kitty, or really likes to play music. Maybe there's another instrument they play. And we have this mermaid here. So again, this could be representative that this person likes mermaids, or it's a bit elusive. This person could be, again, you know, I think of mermaids and I often go back to Ariel, wanting to kind of explore other worlds. So this might be something this person wants to do or has done. But yeah, you versus you is kind of an interesting one here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, to be honest. If you have been worried that somebody's going to spill your secret, maybe it's just saying, no, they won't. They'll hold on to it. And it's just you kind of worrying about this. But of course, you should always take the charms and kind of find your meaning as well. You know what I mean? So that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 1. I really hope this reading gave you some insight. Let me know if you know who this person is. If you gasped, let me know. And you're like, oh, I know who that is. Let me know. If you don't, maybe try a different group. You know what I mean? As I mentioned in the intro, our intuition is vital into choosing the right piles or the right groups and pick a card readings, okay? So if you're finding that you're not resonating with a pile, number 1, make sure the video is for you in the first place. If you're meant to be in that video, I think sometimes we get in the habit of just clicking on any video, and that's not always healthy because sometimes we're not maybe necessarily meant to be in a video at a certain time, or a card reading at a certain time. So, you know, always save it to your watch later and then see if you feel drawn to it again later, or maybe you're feeling drawn to a different pile. It's just a helpful advice, you know, something I've realized and a lot of my friends, you know, and people I talk to have realized, you know. Anyways, I wish you all the very, very best. Take care of yourself, lots of love, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 2 here with this beautiful pink flower, this is your reading. So let us find out who is watching you, who's got their eye on you. So group 1 was quite interesting. So we have creation here with water. We also have the golem, a close friend acts on your behalf. 9 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. And then we have, I think this is the King of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. And we also have practice. Wow, okay, so this is an interesting energy. This person with the golem here is somebody who is a friend. This is somebody who cares about you. This is somebody who does things on your behalf in some way, even if it's just sending you good thoughts as well. This is a person who probably has wishes to get out of a difficult situation. So I feel like for a lot of you, this 9 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles represents that this person is going through some sort of difficult period in their life. I think that's going to be very likely. Now, for some of you, this person could feel a bit left out, you know, in terms of maybe the connection that could represent that. So if you've had a falling out with a friend, it could be that this person's feeling a little bit disappointed or sad about that. They could feel rejected by you. So let's see. But they still feel quite happy with you, right? Anyways, so maybe if you just kind of been quiet lately, this might be a friend who's wondering where the heck you've been and why you're not talking to them. This might be a person whose feelings are easily hurt. So for those of you watching that maybe have been ignoring somebody, maybe not even on purpose, maybe you've just been busy, it might be time to reach out to those people just so that they know that you're not ignoring them on purpose or something like that, because they could create scenarios in their head, okay? So hold on really fast. I'm just reading this card, the water card. It says, flow forward with grace and confidence. Be true to your emotions. Do not allow yourself to become stagnant in your ways. Creation is your birthright. Consider what is vital to your happiness and ensure that you seek it. So that's quite interesting. I think this is a person who's probably very much focused on happiness. They might be really into self-love and meditation right now, or really focusing on themselves in general, especially the imagery of this 9 of Cups does feel like somebody. This might be somebody who enjoys sitting in their bedroom a lot as well. Or focusing on like their private space. There is a sort of independent vibe to this person. I do feel like this person's likely to be single, okay? A single person. So I don't feel like this is a person who's probably in a relationship. I feel like this is somebody who's single. We have that card, which I think is... You know what I should have done? I didn't really pay attention to what cards I drew out. I feel like this is a King of Cups, but you know what? It might be the Queen. So sorry, I had to grab the guidebook just to check to make sure this is a king. This is a newer deck, and I was just the crowns are a little bit different for the queen and the king, so I just wanted to be sure I was on the right track here. So we have the King of Cups here as their intentions, and the Nine of Pentacles as their intentions. Okay, so you know, this is a person who's very supportive. They're going to stick around. The King of Cups tells me this person is loyal to you, that they're supportive, and that they're tolerant of many different things. Okay, so they're still going to be very much supportive toward you, and I would say empathetic to whatever you're going through. Maybe this is a person who's trying to also help you in some way. This is a person who wants to be there to support you. So perhaps maybe this is something that represents that this person would like you to open up to them, as an example, especially for those of you that are, you know, going through something especially. We have, again, we have a lot of water energy. Okay, we have water. What was that? Oh, what's this? Sorry, we have, sorry about that. Something fell down. We have water energy up here, and then the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups. So we have Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. I said those all out of order, but whatever. So yeah, this is definitely somebody who's a caring person, and they probably have a strong water placement in their chart as well. But it doesn't have to be. It's just somebody that's a caring person. They might be a little bit self-focused at times, though. I do feel like this is a person who's trying to manifest themselves, like I said, out of some sort of rough conditions in their life, perhaps. This also could be somebody who's trying to discover what they want in their life, too, what they want to create. We have practice here, and it says to put into action, to apply a concept in a practical way, to hone a skill, to develop a habit, and to exercise. So that's quite interesting. That might be also relevant. Maybe this person is practicing something. Maybe they like to connect with you on something they practice. Okay? Group number 2's person. Who's got their eye on them? I'll get that in a minute. It dropped. Whoop. We have growth and transformation. We have separation needed. So, you know, I have a specific message for some of you. Okay? Now, for some of you, this person might have the best of intentions, okay? But maybe for some of you, this is a person that you don't really... This could be an unrequited love, or somebody who has, where you don't maybe feel the same way as them. And for some of you, you might need to cut this person off because they might become too sensitive if you're not there for them all the time. Specific message. If you resonate with that, like, take it and maybe take that advice there, because it might be that some of you really do need to separate from this a little bit, because it might come into a problem later, just because this person feels so strongly towards you. And if they feel quite sensitive, it might be that they're trying to manifest something with you, as an example, but maybe you already kind of know you don't want to, and it might be better kind of to cut it off now before it grows into something bigger on their part, because I think they already are pretty keen on you. We also have growth and transformation too, though. So for some of you, this might be something you want to grow, okay? So it's going to kind of come out either way. But if you guys do, remember, these are readings where you use your intuition, right? So when you hear that message, is there somebody there that you think is a little bit too hung up on you, and you're kind of recognizing the signs, and you know that maybe you should cut it out, you know? Then you're going to know that message is true for you, because you're going to be like, okay, I know who that is. You know what I mean? You're like, I was wondering if so-and-so was like that. You know what I mean? And you're going to recognize it right away. You'll respond mentally to this, intuitively. So with the growth and transformation, of course, for some of you, this is a good person to kind of get to know, okay, as well. So let's see. Anything else about group number 2's person? Spontaneous. Now, I'm just going to clarify this one. What do you mean spontaneous? Okay. Now, for some of you, you might have somebody kind of spontaneously messaging you, okay? This person might, with the practice here, be the type of person who takes some time to warm up. And if you have recognized maybe somebody as being curious in you, you can tell that they are, but they're kind of spontaneous, so you're not quite sure. This might be representative of somebody who's kind of a good person, and they are curious about exploring this, okay? Maybe some of you are even on the fence as to whether this person needs to be cut out completely from your life or not. You're like, I don't like their back and forth energy. They kind of seem self-focused. There can be a little bit of sometimes a little bit of selfishness in the negative sense of the nines, the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. But I would say that they're probably not all that bad necessarily. That might be their style. Or they might be focused on some kind of hardship right now. Okay, so take what resonates there. I know there are a few different messages. Let's go ahead and get some charms. Okay, so we've definitely got somebody who's... Oh, and I was going to say, what are their intentions towards you? Well, I think their intentions are to keep kind of building upon this, by the way, as well. They might be wanting to kind of help you with some sort of financial thing as well. Because we have the Nine of Pentacles, and then we have this money charm, some dollar signs. So there might be some sort of intention there. Again, this could represent this person as being very focused on their money. They might be trying to build up their money, that sort of thing. We have I love you to the moon and back. So that's quite interesting. This is a person that could probably, you know, really care about you. We have an apple here. So some of you might be teachers for some of you. Or doctors. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But also, I think of Aphrodite when I think of apples too, so that does make me think of a romantic kind of vibe. And something brewing with the witch here, stirring the cauldron. We have thank you as well, so this person might want to thank you for something. We have a four-leaf clover. So somebody could have some Irish in them or something like that. But also maybe this person feels lucky to have found you, or maybe there's like a sense of good luck surrounding you. We have, for the signs, we have Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. All the air signs. And then we have Taurus as well. So we have an earth sign there. So again, this might be somebody you talk to. For some of you, this might be in a group that you talk to them. For others of you, it's more one-on-one as well. Maybe for some of you, you met this person in a group and then it's become more of a one-on-one connection. There could be a lot of focus on money and values and stuff like that. Let's see. We have never, never give up. So a very persistent type of person. They could have a lot of pride as well with the peacock. But yeah, I think this person actually thinks you're the perfect match. There's a sense of harmony between the two of you. Interesting. We have a starfish again. I was just talking about that with group number 1. I pulled out my book, which talks about the starfish, and it was talking about let's see here. I can't even remember because my memory is amazing. Someone in your circle of friends or family is in need of your compassionate understanding. In spite of any recent losses, trust that you'll recover fully and start anew. So for some of you, this is a person that's in recovery right now from a financial setback or a health setback. That might be something for some of you to recognize. Maybe they've gone through some sort of setback. In spite of what others say, do things the way you want to, even if it's unusual or different from how most people would do them. So there might be a uniqueness to this person. They might be a person that just kind of does things the way that they want to do them. You know what I'm saying? We also have the smiley face with the flower. So that's kind of cute. I think this person smiles when they think about you. And probably a generally cheerful person or a good disposition. I don't get like angry energy. We also have this tree here. So I do think this person's very focused on their family and their roots. There might be something significant about that. But yeah, that is what I'm getting. What does the peacock say? Let's look that up really quickly. This is a wonderful book. I was showing group number 1. It's the Animal Spirit Guides book by Stephen D. Farmer. Interesting. The peacock says, you're about to experience a vision that will greatly affect your life and the direction you're going in. More than a time to take action, this is a time to be watchful, observing what goes on inside and around you. So this is a person who could be watchful. Maybe for some of you, this person's a little bit worried about getting hurt. You're safe and very well protected, so there's no need to worry. It's important now to take a risk and speak your truths rather than holding back, as there will be ample opportunities to do so soon. Interesting. For those of you that resonate with that message of maybe needing to cut someone out because maybe you know the feelings aren't mutual, you might need to do that. Again, that might be that representation that you need to do that. Okay? So that's quite interesting. So I hope that this reading provides you guys with some insight. Let me know if you know who this person is. And you're free to pick another group if you want to. Like I told group number 1, you know, it's really important for you to use your intuition when you're picking groups and picking cards, because that's going to help you get the most accurate reading. So if you're feeling like this one isn't resonating with you, it might be that you need to go back to the beginning and try again, or perhaps come back to this video later in the future when you're feeling more drawn to it. But anyways, I'm wishing you all the very, very best. I'm sending you guys lots of healthy and happy vibes, and I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 3 here with this bell, this is your reading. So let's find out who's got their eye on you. Interesting. The bell makes me think of notifications and messages. So that's quite interesting. We'll just see how that plays out. Ooh, we have the soul here with passion. The key. Locked doors can now be opened. The 8 of Wands. And the 4 of Swords. And we have manifest. So this one feels to me more along the lines of a person from your past. Let me look at what this soul card says. So number 4, does it say number 11 or 14? I can't read it from here. I think it says 14. Yeah, 14. So 14 could be significant. We also have 8 and 4 as well. So we have, what is the spark that lights you up? The divine lives within you. Consider your motivations carefully. Know where your resistance lies. We all have more than one purpose in life, and having a passion makes us feel more alive. Well, that's very interesting. This person could be trying to manifest living their passion. That could be something that this person's trying to do. I see a sense of like creation here as well, and like transformation with that passion card because of all the butterfly imagery. We also have the 8 of Wands. I would think that this person's kind of a quick-witted person. Probably they send 10 texts, one-liners at a time. You know what I mean? If you're going to text with them, they're not going to write everything out into a paragraph. They're going to text you everything one by one. You know what I mean? I also get maybe periods of quiet though. This person, it might be that they bombard you at times, and other times they're quiet as well. I feel like, okay, so here we have the intentions, the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Cups. This person's going to do what's best for them. is what I'm going to tell you. That's what I got for you guys. Group number 3. They're going to do what's best for them, even if it hurts you. I think this is a person who's curious about you. They could have issues. We have daddy issues. And we have within 1 week. So this person could have some sort of issues surrounding their father. You may know, you may be aware of this, maybe you're not. A father could have influenced the way that they behave or the beliefs that they have. Our parents often shape us, okay? So this might be somebody who is definitely working through some sort of issues and related to their father. We have learned through this as well, and within 1 month. So, for some of you, if this person has kind of ghosted you, you might find that they're back within a month. Okay, so, and again, they might be kind of trying to find out what you're up to because they're curious about you. And they might be learning some lessons, especially for those of you, if you've blocked someone in particular, that's bothered them. Okay? Interesting because, and especially also if you've been blocked, because what's interesting is we have the key, the door, it says locked doors can now be opened. So, it's someone, I feel like for some of you, someone blocks someone, and it almost feels like some sort of message is going on deaf ears, or not really being heard, or not being answered, or replied to. Now, what else could I say? This could be somebody who's does a lot of work and then takes like long periods of rest as well. That could be something. If you know this person intimately or more deeply, you might know that they're kind of like work, and then crash out. This might be a person who's also a bit of a traveler, you know what's interesting is 8 of Wands can be about kind of a passionate type of feeling, and then we have passion right above it. So I feel like for some of you, this could be somebody who's had passion toward you as well. This also could be somebody who's kind of really focused on their passion. This might be a person who puts like their everything. When they're into something, they're obsessed. You know what I mean? That might be another thing here. This could be somebody who just gets completely consumed with what they're learning. In fact, they might even go to bed like reading things, looking at things, that sort of thing. I do feel like this is a person who's a bit of a manifester though. And I would say that this person's trying to manifest something into their life at this point. That's kind of a vague message, but I don't want to like try to clarify it too much because it's a general reading and I think that'd be kind of silly. But let's see. Daddy issues and within 1 month. Patience. Something about this connection is going to change within the month. If this person's not been talking to you, like maybe at one point they were talking to you quite a bit. I also see this suit and tie here. And maybe for some of you, this is just a person who's very much focused on work. Like they're just too busy. But maybe within a month or so, this is going to be changed a little bit. Maybe the timing has to be right, especially if this person's kind of started something new. That's specific for some of you. We have some fire and some air energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius showing up here as the signs possibly. We also have, yeah, air and water again too, right here. This 3 of Swords worries me because I almost feel like this person could be a little bit on the selfish side, to be honest. I'm going to ask why are they, what's up with their intentions? Yeah, okay, watching and waiting. Okay, so it's possible if you've hurt this person's feelings in some way recently that they are kind of keeping their eye on you. But we have watching and waiting, giving and receiving. So this might be somebody who's looking toward you to find out what you're going to give. Now, I'm not justifying this is an action of theirs, especially for those of you that don't agree with that as proper or correct behavior, you know, based on your situation. But it does maybe feel like this is a person who's kind of waiting to see if you're going to match their energy, like if you're going to kind of come around or something like that. They might be waiting to see if you're receptive as well. If they have been kind of weird. You know, sometimes, and I'll tell this to people, sometimes when people ghost you, and I'm sure that we've all done this. Have you ever forgot to write back to somebody or reply, and then you feel like an idiot and you're like, now I can't because it's been a month? You know, have you ever done that? Raise your hand in the comments down below, because I have. And then sometimes I'll just feel like an idiot, and I'm like, they don't even want to hear from me now anyways because I didn't message them for like a freaking month, you know? There could be such a situation here, okay, for some of you, where maybe this person's not sure if they just kind of let too much time pass, and now they're like, now I can't go back because it's awkward, you know. So that might be what this is for some of you. This person might be, so if you know somebody like that, and this rings a bell for you, literally, ring a bell, maybe reach out to them first if you're not too prideful, because maybe they'll be happy to hear from you, okay? So, some different messages there. I do feel like at some point, though, you guys have talked until you've fallen asleep. I really do. Like, this must have been somebody that you talked to quite a bit at one point. And I get that vibe of, like, talking till you fall asleep. Okay, so group number 3. Who's... we have a ghost. Okay, let's see. So, interestingly enough, we have 2 keys here in the charms. So this is definitely telling me that you both are significant in each other's lives. You both are the key to ironing this situation out as well. Like, both of you are kind of maybe looking at the other and thinking, you hold the key to this. You know what I mean? You're the one. You know what I mean? And we have this racket here, this tennis racket. So it does make me think of some back and forth energy as well. It makes me think of some, maybe where you guys both at one point were kind of talking really a lot, going back and forth. Let's see here. We have, let's see, a butterfly. So this could be representing somebody who wants change. I do feel like this person, they could be somebody who's a high achiever with Capricorn. They could be somebody who's very focused on their goals. This could be somebody who works their ass off and is all about attaining like public recognition, leadership positions as well. Somebody who maybe prefers to be in the limelight, or at least to have some sort of recognition, like they are the boss, they know what they're doing, you know what I mean, that sort of thing. So they could be aiming towards that. We have handmade, so this could be somebody who makes some sort of handmade things, or you've made them something before, okay? So maybe there's art, you know, poetry, I don't know, whatever the heck. Okay, we have a ghost here, so again, this seems like a ghosting situation for a lot of you. Okay, so either you've ghosted them, they've ghosted you, something's going on. We have mom, so this could be someone who's a mother's, you know, person. I was going to say mama's boy, but then I was like, no, maybe not boy. It could be a girl. It doesn't matter. But yeah, we have mom there. So this could be somebody who cares a lot about their mother. We have a cameo. So I do feel like this person especially probably admires your pictures. Possibly. This could also be someone who you find to be quite handsome or beautiful. Like, I think there's a level of attractiveness there. We also have a smiley face, and we also have this sun here as well. So, like, I feel like there were good vibes between the two of you at one point, and there probably still could be. We have this little first aid thing, so someone could work in the medical industry, or again, this could be representing that this can be fixed or patched up. We have 3 tulips, interestingly enough. So you might have met in spring. That could be a possibility, or maybe this happened in springtime. Again, butterflies too, it kind of makes you think of that transition of, you know, that kind of growth that comes where everything pops out. So again, spring kind of speaks to me. It could be summer for some of you too, because we also have sunny weather as well. We have this pearl though. I think this person finds you to be very precious to them. We have sense and sensibility too. So what's interesting, let's see. Sense and sensibility. Well, the main characters, well, Hugh Grant, well, I'm thinking of the film. There's so many versions of it though. I love the one from the 90s because I'm an 80s baby, and I grew up on the 90s version. So it's just, I guess, my go-to, but there are plenty of other good versions, I'm sure. Could be that, you know, with the main characters, Emma Thompson and Hugh Grant, like that coupling, they often were kind of thinking one thing about the other person, right? And I don't know, something about that perhaps there. Maybe some of you just really like Sense and Sensibility, or there's some sort of connection there with this person. There's also a lot of coupling going on in that show, so maybe you might find that this connection resembles one of these couplings, like Colonel Brandon and Marianne. She thinks he's boring, and he thinks she's awesome. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 3. I hope it was useful and helpful. Let me know if you know who this is, and I'm sending you guys lots of love, good vibes, take care. Like and subscribe please if you want to, or leave a comment at least. That's really nice. I love hearing from you guys in the comments. Take care, lots of love. Bye-bye. Hello my friends. So if you chose group number 4 here with this little otter I've named Percy, this is your reading. I got this for my birthday last year from Julie. That was a really sweet gift. And everyone should send Julie some good vibes. I'm just saying. Okay, so we have beginnings here. East. Number 3. The stars, a long journey brings rewards. The Knight of Cups and the Sun. Well, this is somebody who has probably fond feelings for you. Probably romantic, but it could be caring friendship as well. So, with beginnings in the East here, of course this could be somebody that's from the East, you know, to where you live. So, that might be something here to think about in identifying this person. We have also this card of beginnings. So beginnings tells me that perhaps you don't know this person very well, or maybe there's something that's just kind of beginning here. We also have maybe somebody who is starting some sort of new beginning, okay? A long journey brings a reward. For some of you, this person could be at a distance. For few of you, like some of you, not very many of you, this could be a person who's recently moved away. Maybe they moved east from you. And maybe they're missing you, as an example. Maybe they're following some sort of journey that they need to go on. So, I'm getting a thoughtful person, a romantic person, somebody who's very kind and open and generous. I would say that this person has maybe an innocent, childlike type of personality. So they could be quite excitable at times. Usually, the Knight of Cups is like the prince or princess charming type of thing. Type of a romantic at heart. Maybe someone who kind of seems romantic or flirtatious in a way. Again, they could be kind of quiet and reserved at times as well. Maybe kind of daydreamy. We have the Sun as well, which tells me this person isn't afraid to kind of put themselves out there or take a chance or a risk. The Sun represents success. So I would say that this person's probably a successful person in some way. I would say that it could be that this person recently had some sort of success in their life, and that might be how you identify who they are. Let me see here. And they might have begun something new. That could be quite an accomplishment for them. So maybe they got a new job, or they got some sort of promotion, or something kind of good happened for them recently. And it might be something that took them a while. Oh, sorry. My chair is so loud. Usually I don't sit on this chair when I'm recording. Curious about you. This card has come out in almost all the readings. That's funny. It makes sense. We're doing a reading about who's got their eye on you. This person's curious about you. They're curious about what you're up to. Okay? Now the XOXO could be indicating that there's a person who's kind of interested in you romantically. Again, I think that's going to be for a good portion of you. There are romantic curiosities here. We have healing in progress as well. So this could be somebody who's going through some sort of healing. You might be too. With affirmation here is interesting. It says, what is the truth that you need to hear right now? What needs to be validated in you? What will create inspiration and resonance within you? You know, I feel like this might be somebody who's given you a lot of affirmations. They might have told you compliments, or really, I feel like that's very, very popular here. This person could have given you some sort of affirmation. Like, you're beautiful, or you're amazing, or you're so smart. I feel like that for a lot of you. Otherwise, this person might need that themselves. But, yeah. Let's see. Group number 4's person. Who's got their eye on them? Okay, we've got 2 of them. Money matters. Yes, okay. So definitely someone who's very focused on success and money. They might work in finances or be very much into their financial part of their life, right? Maybe they've, like again, for some of you I mentioned maybe that they've had a recent recognition of some kind, so maybe it's like they got a raise or something, or a new job. Just a financially focused person for sure. Here we have, yep. And then we have within a year. That's, you know what's interesting? We have a long journey brings reward, and within a year. I feel like for a lot of you, this is a connection that's going to grow into something within a year. Like, I'm telling you, I think for some of you, you've just met this person not too long ago. Let me see if I get a time frame. What's the time frame for when? Maybe in the past 3 months. Let's see. 32. Maybe for some of you, this has been like in the past month, like a moon cycle. Within a moon cycle. We also have 8. I would say like in the past 8 months. Maximum. But for a lot of you, this is really recent. So maybe not like an old long-term connection. This feels more like something that's kind of still taking off, okay? And I think this person's probably sweet on you. And I think this is something that could go somewhere. So this person that's watching you, I feel like this is actually something that could develop into something later on if you wanted it to. For sure. Their intentions are quite interesting. It's the Hermit and the Star. So it does feel like there's some sort of separation. We also have childhood memories. I don't know. Maybe for a few of you, it's a reconnection to a childhood friend, okay? And maybe that's what the long journey is about, like getting to know this person again after maybe not seeing them for a very long time. So take what resonates. Because some of you will have that situation and you'll know as to whether that's true or not for you. But their intentions are the Hermit and the Star. So the Hermit could tell me that they are kind of maybe at a distance, maybe there's a separation there. They could be kind of holding into themselves a little bit and just dreaming about this connection, because a star can talk to me about kind of longing for something, wishing for something. We wish upon stars. So we have a lot of star energy. I feel like this person's just kind of hoping you'll come together or something's going to happen in the future. And I think there's a good chance for it too in the next year or so. So, again, they might be focused on themselves and on work quite a bit too, and just kind of admiring you from a distance. So let's see here. Okay, so we've got, let's see, we have a Libra. This person could have a little bit of a temper. They could be someone who gets frustrated easily here with the Arthur Fist. You might be frustrated with them. We do have this ghosting little charm here, so a ghost charm. So again, maybe you guys talk about supernatural things. Maybe this person loves ghosts or is like into ghost hunting or scary movies. But again, this also could be maybe somebody that's kind of been ghosting on you. And maybe there's frustration with that. Maybe they're not talking to you as much. We have tickets here. So I would say this is somebody who probably likes to go to the movies. Okay, because it says I love movies right on the front of it. So yeah, they might like to go to the movies. We also have service award, 2 years. This person had some sort of recognition recently, okay? We have Gemini, Libra. So those are the signs. And then we have this lion, which reminds me of Leo, sorry. I was looking at the Libra charm. Leo. So, of course, you know, I think of lions as very prideful and also kind of like leadership types. Theatrical at times, perhaps, but no, I think more of a pride, someone who kind of tries to put on a good face. I would say they are a good negotiator, a good talker, or they might do that a lot in their work as well. This might be somebody who has some sort of cause in their heart. They might have some kind of opinions about the world or about something in particular. We also have the Doozer. This reminds me of the Doozers from Frazzle Rock. Wow, I cannot talk. It makes me think of somebody who works a lot. So a hard worker. We have watermelon here. So this could be somebody who's sweet but a little bit complicated at times because there are seeds. Okay, we have Sense and Sensibility. This came up in the previous group. Jeez Louise. Okay, we also have the sun here. So generally, I think a good person, I think there's a mutual like kind of feeling here. One heart's bigger than the other, so there might be a difference in your sizes or something, or your ages. Okay, let's see here. We also have the swan. You know what's interesting? Swan makes me think kind of the Ugly Duckling story. So it might be that this person as a child maybe wasn't the cutest, and then they turned into something, like they kind of had a glow up as they got older. Maybe they got better looking with age. For some of you, like that might be your opinion, but I would think of someone quite graceful. The swan has like a long neck, so it does make me think of someone kind of like taller or slender as well. So that might be something to think about too. We have this key though, and then we have this heart and key. This is somebody who holds you. There's some kind of love here that could develop if it hasn't already. Okay, it does feel kind of soulmatey to me. We also have wish. I think this person will wish to be with you. Like they want to be with you is what they want, okay? They might also want to make your wishes come true. Again, there's that focus on money to me. The mermaid as well. Mermaids to me, they kind of remind me of elusivity, like kind of being a little bit elusive, maybe seeming too good to be true. They also come from a different world than us, yet you know, it's said that, you know, mermaids and humans have fallen in love. So again, it might be that you come from different worlds. Sense and Sensibility came out previously, and I kind of talked about there could be some sort of bond over this movie or this book or this novel. there might be something about the connection that reminds you of one of the couples from there as well, or one of the storylines. This also could be, you know, one of the characters. Like we have, you know, Eleanor, who's very responsible, right? And then what is it, Marianne? I haven't read that book in such a long time, to be honest. I should reread it. And I haven't even watched the film in forever either. It's actually one of my favorites, but other than Mansfield Park by Jane Austen, actually. I think my favorites are Mansfield Park and Senses Ability. I love Pride and Prejudice too. I don't know, she has a lot of good ones. She has a few good ones. But yeah, there might be something here about the coupling here. And maybe this person reminds you of one of the characters there. Either kind of nervous, like, what's his name? Gosh, I can't remember all the characters' names. One of them is a little bit more, maybe more nervous and shy. The other one's a little bit theatrical. And, like, another one's kind of, like, stern and seems like he just does the right thing behind the scenes. Colonel Brandon. So, yeah, I don't know. But, I'll let you see how that resonates. But I definitely feel some soulmate vibes, some, like, this person likes you quite a bit. There could be some kind of frustration, though, about a lack of presence as well. Like a physical presence. If your guys are just talking a lot, they might want to partner with you. This is like, Libra can be about marriage or partnership. So again, there could have been talk about that, or I don't know. It could be that this could lead to that someday, but I don't want to push it too far. Come on, this is just about who's got their eye on you. So I don't want to go crazy here, but I'm sending you guys lots of love. I'll stop here. Let me know how you felt about the reading down below in the comments. I want to hear from you. Take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you later. See you in the next reading. Bye-bye.